Be your own boss sounds like the ultimate dream. Set your own hours, live life on your terms, and build something that lasts. But let's get real. Social media sells you a highlight reel, not the full story. Behind every flashy success post is a grind filled with sleepless nights, financial risk, emotional exhaustion, and tough decisions no one talks about. In this video, we're going into 7 harsh truths about starting a business that most people never mention. These aren't theories. They're based on raw, real-world experiences from entrepreneurs who've failed, succeeded, or barely made it through. You'll discover why you might work harder than ever and still earn less than you expected, how your personal life could take a hit, and why passion isn't always enough to pay the bills. We'll also share real case studies of legendary companies that nearly collapsed before they became household names. If you're thinking about launching your dream business, this might be the most important video you watch, because understanding these truths now could save you from burnout, regret, and giving up too soon. The myth vs. reality of entrepreneurship. We've all seen the photos. Someone on a laptop near the beach, sipping a coconut, posting with hashtags like, "Wah, hustle hard," or "Now entrepreneur life." But here's what you don't see. Over 90% of startups fail within the first few years. The truth is, starting a business is less about freedom and more about solving never-ending problems, especially at the beginning. What separates the people who make it from those who give up? Understanding what you're really walking into. Harsh truth number 1, you'll work 10x harder for less money. At first. Let's cut straight to it. You won't be rolling in cash early on. In fact, 70% of founders earn less than an average salary for the first 3 to 5 years. And that's if they earn anything at all. Most profits are reinvested. You'll have unpredictable cash flow and unpaid hours doing everything from customer support to bookkeeping. One SaaS founder admitted to working 80-hour weeks for 2 years straight, just to hit break even. This phase is often romanticized as the grind, but the truth is, it's exhausting, and you have to be mentally prepared for that sacrifice. Harsh truth. Number 2, your personal relationships will suffer. Starting a business isn't just a financial risk, it's an emotional one. About half of all entrepreneurs say their relationships took a hit due to the demands of their business. You'll miss birthdays, cancel dinners, and struggle to explain why you're glued to your laptop at midnight. One startup CEO shared how his marriage ended during the scaling phase of his business, not because he didn't love his family, but because he was constantly consumed by decisions, stress, and pressure. It's a lonely road unless your circle understands the journey you're on. Harsh truth number 3, failure is inevitable and not always your fault. Here's the hard fact. Even if you do everything right, you can still fail. According to Federal Reserve data, 20% of businesses close within the first year, and 60% are gone by year 5. And often it has nothing to do with your skills. You could be taken out by market shifts, regulatory changes, or events like a global pandemic. One travel startup that had perfect branding, glowing reviews, and solid logistics still collapsed in 2020 when borders shut down overnight. Success isn't always about effort. It's also about timing and luck. Harsh truth. Number 4, passion, profit. Follow your passion. Sounds great until no one wants to pay for what you love doing. One of the biggest mistakes early founders make is assuming that passion guarantees demand. Take Juicero, for example. They created a $400 juicer that nobody asked for. It flopped hard. A bakery owner learned this the hard way when her artisan bread business didn't get enough traction. But instead of giving up, she pivoted to gluten-free snacks, something the market actually wanted. That pivot saved her business. Passion matters, but it needs to align with a real market need. Harsh truth. Number 5, you'll face loneliness and decision fatigue. Running a business means you're the one making all the decisions, from product pricing to firing people. And it doesn't stop. That mental load builds up fast. According to a KPMG study, 80% of entrepreneurs admit to feeling isolated. You'll second-guess yourself, question your worth, and wish you had someone else to lean on. That's why programs like score.org or founder therapy groups exist, because entrepreneurship can wreck your mental health if you're not careful. Harsh truth. Number 6, success often requires pivoting. even when it hurts. Most successful businesses didn't get it right the first time. According to CB Insights, 72% of billion-dollar startups change their core product. Slack? It started as a gaming company. Instagram? It began as a check-in app called Bourbon. The willingness to pivot, even after spending months or years on one idea, is often the difference between a dead business and a successful one. You've got to detach your ego and stay flexible. Harsh truth. Number 7. Work-life balance is a lie at first. Let's kill the dream of 4-hour work weeks and midday naps, at least for now. The average founder clocks 66 hours a week. That means you're working nights, weekends, and holidays. Launches don't wait, nor do angry customers or supply chain issues. You can make it manageable eventually. Automate with tools like Zapier or Notion. Delegate as soon as you can afford to. But in the beginning, be prepared to hustle, not chill. How to survive these truths. So how do you get through all of this without quitting? First, build mental resilience. Adopt a mindset focused on effort over outcomes. Stoic principles help. Focus only on what you can control, your work ethic, your learning curve, and your honesty. Second, get help. Seriously, around 40% of founders seek therapy or coaching to stay sane. It's not a weakness, it's a strategy. Third, embrace good enough. Don't wait for your idea to be perfect before launching. Tesla's cars weren't flawless when they hit the market. They improved with every version. Just ship it. Case studies of resilience. Take Airbnb. The founders were broke during the 2008 crash. To survive, they sold cereal boxes called Obama O's and Captain McCain's just to pay rent. Today, it's a global business worth billions. Or Spanx founder Sarah Blakely. She faced 7 years of rejections before getting a deal. 7. Most people quit after 2 no's. And then there's Steve Jobs. He was fired from Apple, the company he started. Instead of disappearing, he returned years later and turned Apple into a trillion-dollar empire. Pain comes before the breakthrough. That's the pattern. Let's be real. Starting a business is not a shortcut to wealth or freedom. It's a long road full of sacrifice, doubt, and failure. But if you're prepared for the ugly parts, the stuff no one posts online, you've got a better chance at surviving and even thriving. Plan for your mental health. Keep a financial buffer. Be ready to pivot. Accept that failure is part of the tuition for success. If you found these truths helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with someone who's dreaming of starting their own business. And most importantly, stay grounded. It's not supposed to be easy, but it is worth it if you're ready for the reality behind the dream. For more no-fluff advice, check out the book, The Hard Thing About Hard Things by Ben Horowitz, or visit Y Combinator's Startup School for free resources. See you in the next one, where we keep it real.